All right, it is Monday here in North Texas, eXp North Texas. We got our leaders here to share the recap and just excited to share my takeaways at eXpCon. This is my third eXpCon, and I'm excited to see all of you guys there and just the energy, the vibe, the Miami vibe, right? We were out in Miami, and it was fun. So my big takeaway was international, meeting all the international leaders coming together. We had a nice international booth. We also had a nice big EXP commercial booth as well. And, we announced Peru, Turkey, and Egypt. Guess what? This weekend, I connected with 3 people on those countries already, and we're excited. And, Glenn on stage mentioned China, Japan, Argentina, and Malaysia, and these other Asian countries that we're excited about for the future. And, Glenn has taken the role.
Just butt in for 1 second, Daniel. I can tell you Japan got finalized while we were in eXpCon.
Whoa.
Yes.
So we're 28 now, right? That makes 28.
I think so.
27 if we add Japan, 28. And but we had 2 groups, Japanese delegates that were there, and they sat down to work together hand in hand to open up the country, to work hand in hand to continue the growth. Because it's not just like, oh, I got the whole territory of Japan and we're not silos. We get to expand the country, and guess what? We all have the opportunity to go collaborate and grow that market. So we're excited for that. But that was my takeaway. Nicole, take it away.
All right. I said I was going to come on here and not share every takeaway that I had, because we kind of have sections here for you guys. But I'm going to talk a little bit about what's new in the area of rev share and agent attraction. So a couple of takeaways. I was blessed to witness and be a part of an attraction mastermind on the Saturday before the whole thing started. And a couple takeaways I had from that. I think my biggest takeaway was that the leadership at eXp is headed in the right direction. It used to be that we were kind of focused on growth, and that was somewhat a part of the conference, but I feel like they really did a good job this year of integrating it into the conference. The mastermind room was packed. I also love how they're not just kind of making it so exclusive that you can't come in if you don't have X amount of people in your group. They're really making it to where if you're really interested in growing, you can start to take part in these masterminds. So I thought that was powerful. Leo did some objection handling from stage, which I thought was great. And a lot of leaders just had a lot to contribute to that. So one of the main topics, and I'll share in a little bit one of my other takeaways from some of the breakouts, but one of the main topics in that mastermind was something that we're doing here in North Texas, and Daniel was on a panel about, but that was doing events to build the culture and localizing some culture, which I'm so proud to be a part of this group here, because I feel like that's exactly what we've been focused on here in North Texas. So that mastermind was perfect. Another takeaway, Brian Carruthers, if you don't know who he is, he's like the GOAT in agent attraction, not agent attraction, but in rev share models type of network building. He's with Legal Shield. He's built like 400,000 people in his organization, but he also has written some amazing books like Build Your Empire. These are books that we all use. Well, he took the stage. He's a huge champion of eXp. Again, my takeaway overarching was that eXp is not shying away from the fact that this model gives us all an opportunity to build real wealth. So they brought him in. He really focused on a lot of things, but if I can talk about the highlight, we all have the ability to talk to other agents and share with them the importance of, if you guys know the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the cash flow quadrant. He talked about how we get into real estate to be self-employed, but still, if you're on the E or the S, employment or self-employed quadrant, you're trading your time for money. You never can really get ahead. So we talked about eXp being like the 8th wonder of the world in real estate, how we can live in another quadrant with the business owner and then investorship, to where we can really get our money working for us. And revenue share is the platform, unlike anything else in this industry, that can take us there. So he's a super big proponent of eXp. I thought he had some really good shares from stage. He's written a new book out there called Untrapped. I recommend everybody read it. A couple other takeaways, and I'm sure that Brandon or one of you guys is gonna touch on this. But in terms of all the big announcements, there was a couple of major announcements to the rev share model. I'll let Brandon talk about that, but I'm super excited from that. The breakouts, there were tons of breakouts from Agent Attraction. I only wish I could have attended them all because they were all going on at the same time. So I was involved in one, which was super fun. It was a attraction script battle. I loved it. I learned a lot from the other rock stars on that panel. I was able to attend Daniel's, which again was all about like attending events and using those to grow your network, but also to build culture. Daniel did a great job. He did a great job from stage. I loved seeing it. He talked about some of the stuff that we work on here. So again, I mean, I just loved everything about eXpCon. I had many more takeaways, but in terms of Asian Attraction, we're at the right place, y'all. So.
And you did a fabulous job on your panel too. I was so impressed.
That's awesome. And I got the video, Nicole, so I'm going to share that when I get some time for that. So I love that.
You got the video, my video?
I do have your video. You know, I got an in. It's about who you know, not what you know, Nicole. So we'll upload that. Someone from the audience videoed that, so did a great job. And I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about what my takeaways and what we learned on the luxury sector. For those of you that attended the luxury event, it was so phenomenally done. I've never seen so many beautiful people and scenery in my life. And so it was great networking opportunities. But I strongly urge you guys, and I'm an advocate for the luxury because of this exact note. We have formally acquired Lux VT. And this, if you guys remember, it's a luxury leader in marketing. And what I love about that, we've already aligned with them. Some people don't know that, but when you're a luxury agent and you're with eXp Luxury, you have access to a whole plethora of marketing for your listings. And listen, I'm talking about we are competing with the top of the top. I hear that now that we've officially acquired Lux VT, these are going to be exclusivity for eXp, which include things like the Mansion Global, the Rob Report, so many international sites for your listing, giving them exposure as well as quick social media tidbits and integrating them into listing books, websites, all kinds of really cool stuff. And listen, sometimes I know people think it's very steep to get into luxury, but if you want to play big, you got to go big. And one of the things that eXp is always trying to pivot with the industry and make sure that we see is that maybe you can't afford the $2,500 upfront for luxury, but eXp is allowing us now for $3,000, you will pay $500, and then the $2,500 will come out of your next closing. So if you've got a luxury listing, I'm telling you, I encourage you, take the leap, join eXp Luxury. You will not miss on at least one or two extra listings that you may have not had the opportunity for, especially in the luxury sector. So I was so excited that we're aligned. And if you guys see this pattern, eXp is really focusing on how to keep their agents productive and not excluding anybody by a monetary gain or just kind of keeping that whole chapter open for us to be successful. So that was one of my biggest takeaways for luxury.
And,
what about you?
So I just want to add one thing. The listing presentation for luxury is second to none. If you haven't seen it, get with somebody to look at it. That will change your mind about luxury completely. So,
I'm getting some FOMO.
You should
add one thing. I had a guest there that was contemplating moving from Douglas Elliman. And if you guys know that brand, it's a big luxury name. She was paying a lot for that name. She went to the luxury booth there at eXpCon. I got her in just to go talk to some of the people like Pete Middleton and Carrie at that booth. And she was blown away and like blown away. She's transferring to eXp. So
that's awesome. Listen, Lux VT has been around for a really long time. I've been in real estate almost 20 years. It used to cost about $3,400 per listing to advertise. And the reports that these Lux VT produces for your sellers in a market that's slower pace, it's bar none. So you guys definitely check it out. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us. Carrie's been a great addition to eXp Luxury and phenomenal connector. And Nicole, same thing. We just had a group that joined us at the Jersey Shore specifically because of eXp Luxury.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about market updates, and I have a cheat sheet here because we had a slew of market updates that Leo talked about. And I'm just going to quickly go through them, but it was dear to my heart because I have a market update every single week with my lender. If you haven't seen the videos, they're out there. So first, the United States economy continues to grow, and it's really being fueled by consumer spending. You know, although we do have the highest credit card usage ever, but it'll be okay. Unemployment has ticked up slightly, but that probably is due to, in part, to part-time jobs that are coming onto the market for the holiday season. We have been trending down the inflation rates, where the goal is to hit 2%, and we're almost there. And as we get closer, we really believe that the Feds will, I think we're at 2.2 or 2.3% right now. We really believe the Feds will cut the Fed fund rates again, which kind of affects our mortgage rate, but not directly. Now, talking about home sales, existing home sales have declined annually for the 36th straight month. That's not great news, but we had to even out after the COVID months where home prices were ridiculous. So we're actually over where we would have been if COVID had never happened, but you know, we've definitely seen home sales declining. Pending sales, the amount of homes going under contract have increased slightly month over month. You know, and we recently, back a month, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, we had a good interest rate percent decline, but they're back up, and it's most likely due to the election. I think after tomorrow or Wednesday, we might see our whole market change. Again, we'll just have to wait and see. Some of the good things, though, with that is we have seen a big uptick in mortgage loan applications. We've seen more recently than we did this time last year. So that's great news. The inventory of home sales is up 34% year over year. So this year we've actually sold more homes. Home price appreciation. This goes back to a few seconds ago when I talked about the rate decline. Home appreciation has slowed down as inventory has increased. Again, it's that time of year. It's pre-election, and typically this has happened 9 out of the last 11 elections, and then right after elections, we'll see things get right back into the normal speed of things. New home sales are up 10% from last year, and they're up 19% from pre-pandemic, which makes sense because more homes are being built now. And with that, new construction permits are up by about 20%. Right now, across the U.S., there were about almost 1,500 permits pulled. There were almost 1,500, yeah. And then almost 1,400 new homes started. And, I'm sorry, 1.4 million, 1.4 million, not 100. And then 1.8 million homes new construction homes were completed. Here is a tip for everybody. Leo talked about this. There are 12,000 people turning 35 every single day right now this year. What that means to us is millennials are at that age of 35 where that is their peak time to start buying homes. Dig into your millennial friends, you know, get in front of them. Those are going to be the key buyers right now. Mm-hmm. As Daniel said, commercial market finally bottomed out. We're seeing, you know, it coming back. I don't know what that really means, Daniel, but I do know that's good news. And one of the bigger things is rents are stabilizing across the United States, and vacancy rates are increasing, which means more homes are available to lease, and the rents have pretty much evened out. And finally, I do want to recognize Texas Managing Broker. She was named Managing Broker of the Year. So congratulations, Karen. We love you.
And so is Karen. We had 2. We had Designated Broker of the Year and Managing Broker of the Year. Texas cleaned up shop. So.
Yes, we did.
That was Jenna Pantanini, right?
Yeah,
yes, Jenny. Yep.
Jenna and Karen.
Jenna and Karen. Karen's in my downline. Y'all are welcome.
Wow.
Just kidding.
We have an amazing broker team here. So if you're not talking to them, talk to them. They will help you every step of the way. So Brandon, what do you have for us now?
Yeah, what's up, guys? So I'm here to talk about some production aspects of eXp and some awesome tools specifically that eXp rolled out. Some more technologies, kind of like what Nicole and Brittany were hinting at as well. First of all, I'm sitting here after Miami, guys. I am like, what in the world? What reason is somebody choosing to not join eXp at this point? I'm kind of blown away,
Hands down.
honestly. I'm almost overwhelmed. I'm still digesting all of the tools and products and new revenue share models and everything. And I'm like, I don't know what objections people are having at this point with the amount of support and tools that eXp has. So just to preface, it's just awesome. I don't know if I can send in the chat like all these links and stuff, but I'll just start going. Sisu, SISU, is a super awesome new kind of operating system all in one that you can connect to KV Core as well. But Sisu is partnering with eXp. We have a free app you can go on your laptop or your phone, and it basically streamlines and automates all operations of a real estate transaction, as well as the teams, brokerages. Whether you want to, I had it pulled up, but you guys can connect with KV Core, connect with teams, do contests. There's transaction management, and it tracks every single part of the real estate transaction. So I really recommend you guys hop on your laptop or your phone and download Sisu, check it out today, and just kind of play with it. Talk to your team leader or your teammates about it, see if they're interested at all, but very streamlined. Up next is obviously there's the brand new website. So exprealty.com. If you guys haven't seen it yet, looks really clean, looks really up to date, super just more modern and really easy to kind of find your way around it. So I recommend y'all take a look at that. eXp Access is a platform that gives eXp agents visibility. It's within Zenlist. So I'm sure you guys have heard of Zenlist, Zenlist. But to see all pre-market and off-market listings across US and Canada. And so check that out through Zenlist. And then Fast Cap is a 6-week program, because a lot of us are like, man, I've got new agents, or people say eXp is not for new agents. There's no support there. There's the mentorship's not very good. Well, whether that's true or not, I don't think it is, but there's absolutely no reason to fret at this point because of this new Fast Cap program. And so there's a pilot program, connects with mentors as well and sponsorees, so you guys can connect through it. And people are already reporting a heavy uptick in average listing appointments and buyer and seller agreements. So that's a huge value add for us as well. And then kind of like what Nicole was saying, some of the exciting rev share opportunities as of November 1st. So for producers, for icons, for instance, you can now access all revenue share levels for 13 months upon your icon verification. And then for cappers, you can unlock levels 4 and 5 for 13 months when you cap. So
this is huge. This is huge.
Audience, and you are like, what the heck are they talking about? Just reach out to one of us. We're happy to discuss what the levels are, and it can sound like another language unless you're in this. So, but it's huge. You need to know it's huge.
Sure.
I texted my friend Ian Flanagan. I'm like, this is huge for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Take me out to dinner afterwards.
And can I elaborate on the education piece and why I think that's so huge, Brandon?
Yes, please.
So, number one, they're rolling the Fast Cap program out. Keep in mind, no additional cost for any agent that joins eXp. This is included with everything that you already, none of these things are additional costs. So that's the important thing to note. But they're rolling it out 3 times a month. So you can start it. They're going to have 3 start dates a month. It goes 6 weeks. Their average numbers that they're looking at, which they can track through Sisu, is like 6 appointments. And think about this: a brand new agent getting 6 appointments and converting 3 contracts from those 6 appointments is kind of crazy. And we're talking right now in today's market. So think about that. If I had a brand new agent and I was pretty confident that if they went through this, they'd even have 1 deal coming in after a 6-week training, I'd be stoked, because we know the numbers in this business. That's not normal, right? So they enter in, it's a 6-week thing. If they follow the program, it's almost like eXp is willing to, we can bring on agents. eXp trains them. I mean, the guy who invented it, Brian Ellington, he created the MAPS coaching program for KW. He was with them 15 years. Then he went to another brokerage and was with them for 6. This guy knows his stuff, and it's already proven in the numbers. So I'm so excited about what they're doing in education right now.
Me too. And it doesn't need to be new agents. Do you need a little kick in the pants? Do you need some accountability? Do you feel like you need to revamp your business? It's a great opportunity to hop in and do so.
Yeah.
And, for North Texas, I do have a brick and mortar. Brittany has a brick and mortar. I don't mind if there's a leader that's like, hey, you know what? We're going to have it on the Zoom at the office. And if they need a physical place, please let me know. You're welcome to do that. We can live stream it.
Same.
Same thing. I think the main thing is for these agents that are newer in the business, they need the foundation. They need to build up this foundation. I'm glad they're doing 3 times, and they're doing the evenings for the part-timer agents that are, have a full-time job. This is great for them. So I'm excited to hear that.
Super excited.
That's so helpful.
Oh, did you go through all your list there, Brandon?
Yeah, just last thing. Pretty exciting. Free Canva Pro for all eXp agents. So US, Canada, and international. Starting December 6th. So at no additional cost. I mean, our team's going to cancel our Canva Pro membership because we've been paying for all these years. Yep. And so super pumped for that.
Yeah.
So I saw a comment on social media saying something, and I calculate, well, guess what? $12 times 12 months times 90,000 people, that's $14 million.
Yep.
You tell me your brokerage that has 1,000 to fork out $14 million.
Yep.
Right.
That's a great
point. Of course, they got a discount and all that, but I'm just saying that's the face value.
It's a huge one.
I use Canva in literally every aspect of my business. If you go into my Canva, you're like, holy shit, you are crazy. Yeah. Literally everything is there.
Even non-business things, right, Don? Like I got to make an invitation for my kid's birthday party, Canva.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Video editing, Canva, everything, templates, everything. And I know that there was some negative connotation. You guys hold your head up. Be grateful for what we have. Don't listen to the naysayers. There are large teams who are paying $13,000 to $15,000 a year for Canva for their entire team, and I will gladly pass that cost on to eXp and be grateful for it. So we'll take it all the way. And Sisu is very expensive. It's like CTE for those of you that use it. Transaction management, but it also really will hold us accountable to how many appointments, how many conversations, all of those things, those numbers that we need to know where to focus our time and energy on. So celebrate those wins. Don't listen to the naysayers, and use that to catapult your production and your business.
And just before we end up here, I really want us to quickly talk about the keynote speakers we had. They were mind-blowing. So we had Jesse Itzler. He's part owner of the Atlanta Falcons, right?
Atlanta Hawks, basketball
team. Atlanta Hawks, yeah.
One of the birds.
His whole conversation was, it boils down to words matter, how you say something. So if you didn't get to hear this, maybe there's a recording out there. I definitely encourage you to go
on workplace
to it.
He was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And unreasonable hospitality I'm gonna kill his last name, Gudera. Mm-hmm. Is that how you say it? Unreasonable hospitality. He flipped a switch in me that is like, my team is Elevated Realty Group, and he made me really think about what does that mean. And I came home and implemented some of the stuff he said right away to elevate my client's experience even more than I already have.
100%, Don. He made you rethink everything.
Yeah, he comes from a restaurant background, but everything. We were able to flip it to real estate. It was just, and there were other keynote speakers too, but those are the 2 big ones that really were mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, Don, I want to hop on that and talk about Jesse Itzler. He was literally one of the best speakers I've ever seen at any conference. And he really focused on emotions and really the deeper part of our lives and our soul. And so he said, when you pour your soul into it, you will not fail. And so, and us being business owners, real estate agents, team leaders, we are working very hard and we're always busy. But when you pour your soul into it, that shows how much you care. And he was all about that. And so the beats, and he was kind of almost rapping as he was kind of presenting.
Because he was a rapper. He was a rapper. Yeah.
Literally was a rapper. And so, so encouraging.
Yeah.
What a power couple too. I don't know if you guys know, but Sarah Blakely, the inventor of Spanx, is his wife. And I love to see those 2 together. I've seen them speak before. So very energizing. Great job to eXp for bringing us phenomenal speakers to get us through this year. It hasn't been the easiest year. So getting these motivation and seeing these powerhouses come through is awesome.
Yeah.
And other takeaway too, and I couldn't agree more with everything you guys have said, but I never leave a convention or a big leadership event that has to do with EXP or that EXP puts on without really feeling a lot of gratitude for the other people that are in this organization. And I definitely felt that this time. Like, the people that we have at this company, not only leadership, but just the other agents and the relationships that we have and the collaboration that exists is incredible. So
Absolutely.
to everybody, that's just amazing.
That's great. Well,
Yeah, we have a couple of announcements. Go ahead and make those.
oh yes, you guys want to share about EXP North Texas, kind of what we're doing and those announcements that we're having?
Yeah, let's share.
What are we telling? I'm nervous. Are we talking about Friendsgiving?
We have Friendsgiving coming up the 20th. What day is that?
Where's Bettina when we need her? I do know the Christmas party.
Oh,
Yes.
the Christmas party.
Oh my gosh, y'all are killing me. Friendsgiving. It's on. Everything's on the Facebook page.
Bettina, I've got it.
EXP calling in the background.
Here we go, guys.
I feel like I got reverse voluntold here. It's
the North
everything's
Texas
going to be on
Friendsgiving.
Facebook, EXP AHA Facebook page. We're going to put the link for the EXP Con, which is coming up. Thank you.
Oh,
When
Brandon
is
has
that? Friendsgiving. It's going to be on
November
a
12th.
Tuesday.
Yep. So it's
What is it?
Yep. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tuesday, November 12th at the Legacy Chase Oaks office, and we can provide the address on the AHA Facebook page. But mark on your calendars November 12th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And it's a potluck, and it's at Daniel. So we say 11 to 1, but we know how his 1 o'clock, it's not a hard stop.
Just keep on going.
Never a hard stop, right? And then also tickets. We have early bird that's happening right now for our Christmas tickets. Go ahead and grab those. That's going to be phenomenal at Glen Eagles Country Club. We're going back there by high demand. The menu on that, I'm so super excited. You guys did an amazing job of choosing the menu. We've got 2 carving stations. We're bringing back our favorite DJs, so we know with the dance floor. A lot of photo booths. Our brokers, Texas brokers are coming. It's going to be so much fun.
December 11th.
Yep. Get your ticket. We're already selling them. You don't.
We're gonna sell out.
We'll sell out.
We always do. We always do.
We can't oversell it, y'all. So I mean, like, once it's out, it's going to be sold out. Is what I mean by that. We will sell it, but get your ticket before we do.
Yeah. And you guys come. We'll find a friend.
It's a fire marshal issue.
You see this. You see the 6 of us. Come.
Cloud where you didn't just magically expand the wall.
Bettina's still talking. Sorry, Bettina.
Okay, little delay there, but appreciate everyone. Look forward for 2024 is not over yet, but 2025 is going to be great. And if you want to plug in and help out and volunteer, work with us together, create better events, please let us know. That's what we're here for. Let's be the incubator for the rest of the country, for EXP and the rest of the globe. As we share how we grow our chapter. This is kind of like our chapter for EXP North Texas, and look forward for a rally and a possible build conference. We just need more help and more sponsors. And thanks for all our sponsors for North Texas. Without your sponsorship and the help, we wouldn't exist in having these great events. So if you are interested, we will actually have a sponsorship Google form being sent out. And if you want that link to send out to potential sponsors, we will get that ready. This is all volunteer work. So please be patient, and really appreciate everyone's time and effort here today for our recap. Just exciting news for EXP and the growth, and just a lot of the leaders coming together.
100%.
See you guys soon at Friendsgiving next week.
Can't wait.
Bye, guys.
Bye.